There are moments where the fan begins to divide their opinion, and sometimes debate and hate begins from there. One would think is awesome, the other would think the series has gone downhill. There are times one can understand the case, or rather fully understand. Before this chapter was released, I often see someone either hyping it or overhyping it. I was intrigued to know what makes it exhilarating. I read the chapter, and my first thought was, the arc has been going on for a while, and possibly the longest arc to date of the series. It tends to mean the hype is real, it's the next landmark event of the series, and it could be the mangaka's best work yet. While I will share my criticism elsewhere, the final battle has been going long as the old days of shonen battle that usually lasts a volume to conclude one fight. That is still happening today, I wouldn't know. The chapter sets up for the grand finale, and it sure feels like a response to the recent ranking dilemma. Deku finally saves Eri, though much like Mirio, can he really save her safe and sound in the end? It's good to see how it reflected to his past mistake, only now he won't let her go this time. Overhaul continues to be persistent to get Eri at all costs, but Deku wasn't having it. It's a struggle to capture the flag, and Eri is the flag. Yes, it's just like the video games. Win at all costs. The hint of Eri's capability begins to spark when Deku out of nowhere leapfrog all the way to the sky, like he wants to grab a feather of an eagle. As soon as I saw this, I knew right away that Eri has a quirk to rewind, and that would include injuries. I remember Deku noted that his legs weren't that good, so this concludes that she can rewind back to the earlier of a person's condition. I wonder why people have a hard time figuring this out. The chapter then enters a setup realm where we get pieces moving forward to the next phase. Overhaul decides to perform the no-toll alchemy transfusion with his men, becomes a monster size. In other words, this is his real final form. It sure has gotten typical with his shonen trope, huh? I guess the world is over, right? Well, if he can pull a trope, then you know what that means. Look, I like Night Eye, but it's a bit aggravating that he is constantly repeating the same words. Like he's Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, just keep going, oh no, no way, there's no way, no how. Maybe someone should put a Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z Movie 7 and drop him like a fodder. I mean, he is a hero. Why such a downer? It's a shame that the heroines won't able to get more action outside of being package delivery. First with the whole big giant henchman falling down right on that spot, and now with Night Eye. It doesn't help that Ochaku falls down. You know, mangaka, I did make a remark on them being Kishimotoized. I was just joking! Maybe it's a heroine trope. The one interesting note out of this is Night Eye is reminded of the future can change and not fully determined by Ochaku. You could argue that it's being hammered in nearly as Pokemon fighting is wrong in the first movie, but it's not that bad. That said, it would seem like he is going to try to see that they can change the future. After all, Deku is predetermined to die in that confrontation. So again, if no red, this will change. The last part of the chapter is visually hyped with complex feeling. Eri can rewind, but she doesn't know how to utilize it well. So at this time, you can't practically have her as a medic just yet. And that's fine, I can understand that. Overhaul being an incomplete Titan is now the final boss status, so it will be fitting for Deku to receive a power-up. Enter Deku in Infinite 100%. It's only temporarily, since the idea that tying Eri on his back would continuously rewind him to the previous state. In short, a star power for Deku. The visual is pretty damn good. I like the camera angle perspective with Overhaul reaching to retrieve Eri in that double page. That was really good draw distance. The final transformation of Overhaul looks like a Titan in his melted form. Deku goes Super Saiyan or Super Saiyajin because it's shonen. Once he goes 100%. That's what fan needs, a Super Saiyan reference. So here's the problem. I can understand the hype, But I guess the apparent problem of this arc continues to display. While it is not really an ass-pull, including Deku going 100%, is still suffering from writing standpoint. The convenient level has been going on for the past chapters, and the effect of the actual tension keeps on dwindling. Gone with the specialty that came from Stain Fight. I understand that everything cannot be the same as Stain, but the fundamental should be somewhat the same. It is moments like this that tends to set up to betray the winning formula of the past. While it hasn't gotten there completely, it's a sign that must be dealt for the future reference. I am aware of the recent ranking that is a bit concerning, and I understand it's not that telling, but part of me think the mangaka is a bit desperate to get out of the curve, especially his experiences with his previous failed work. Series tend to shift direction when things are getting out of hand, so to me, this arc seems to be the case. It's as if he has exchanged substance for Flash. It may look great in the anime in the future, but I won't be the one feeling it. It's a setup chapter that is solely made for the decisive conclusion in the very next battle. While I can't talk about the overall arc until it is all over, it certainly has shifted to something that got me concerned in the long run. I joke that shonen has a curse to not last long well after 100 chapters, but maybe I'm not wrong. There are good points to like in the chapter with its setup and conflicts, but the overall arc may not be as rewarding. Only time will tell. I'm giving this chapter a 7. I guess the hype is not made for me. I see some confusion about why the people are upset about this chapter. To each of their own. I'm not telling you that I'm right. I'm just saying that there are many different point of views. What are your thoughts of this chapter? Do you think the next chapter will be the end of the battle? Do you think that the future will change entirely or some part remain the same? Only time will tell. No pun intended. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.